The Nyora was a heavy haulage ocean-going steam tug. She was commissioned in 1909 in the United Kingdom, built by J.P. Reynolds and Sons for the Australian shipping company Huddett Parker & Co. In July 1917, the Nyora was on a return voyage from Port Pirie to Sydney with the four-masted schooner Astoria in tow. Nyora was approximately 50 kilometres off Cape Jaffa when she came to grief. Nyora's engine room door was smashed in from heavy seas, taking in water. 15 minutes later she sank stern first. The crew managed to slip the line to the Astoria prior. She now rests in about 15 metres of water on a port list. The Nyora was approximately 40 metres in length and 7.5 metres breadth. She had a 1300 horsepower triple expansion steam engine and was fitted with firefighting and salvage pump. We are now just coming over the bow on the port side, passing over the windlass. The forward boiler can be seen in the distance. We have cut over to the starboard side of the vessel and turned around looking back into the forecastle. Crossing in front of the forward boiler and looking at timber lying perpendicular to the centre line. This suggests the timber is likely from superstructure or bridge decking. Available plans only show the single deck timbers running parallel to the centre line. We are heading aft on the port side, passing the forward boiler and approaching the second. Here we've spun around and heading on the port side of the triple expansion engine. This crayfish had recently moved in. It was not in this pipe a couple of days earlier or noticed any dives before. The Nyora is effectively an artificial reef as depicted by the growth of marine life present. Now approaching the triple expansion engine from the starboard side, lots of swallowtails and nanagai on this site. In the foreground is a likely secondary feed pump to top up water for the boilers. This view is to the stern, looking at the counter. The salvage pump is in close view. And now approaching the stern winch. The plates have given way and the winch is shifted with the port canter. Now spinning around to face forward, looking at plant and equipment. Dropped over the end of the counter at the stern and looking at a single blade of the propeller above the sand line. Now looking under the counter. The vessel has sunk up to about its waterline in sand, in keeping with Riley's waterline theory. These next two images from the Australian War Memorial are of the Nyora towing His Majesty Australian transport ships. Australia had entered World War I following British declaration. We will now close with a 1913 painting of the Nyora by Victor Gregory, this image from the State Library, Victoria.